KTN News.
Thank you, Alan Ochanda, for that. Now it's about that time where we take a look at what's trending online. And of course, KOX never ceases to amaze. And joining me for that particular discussion is Raymond Withe, who is a digital reporter. Raymond, good morning. Like, so much is happening online. But of course, let's start with that fundraiser chaos that we saw that was organized by, members of parliament, Betty Maina and Mary Waithira. What happened? How did it go wrong?
Good morning, Ashley. The fundraiser that was organized by the MP for Maragua, Betty Maina, Mary Waithira, and the women rep for Kirinyaga, Betty Maina, went south because the supporters clashed. Well, it was not clear why they clashed because the videos that were doing round were of people of really a chaotic scene, and supporters of the two MPs are now being said to have clashed over the distribution of funds. And of course, as is with political rallies, when one faction clashes with the other, we've seen that before with Wetangula and Natembea before. And it was total chaos from the videos that were circulating. But at the end, both MPs appealed for calm and asked the supporters to calm down, and even as police continue to investigate. We're not really sure what exactly they're investigating, but even as they continue to investigate, Kenyans online have had a lot to say about this one, of course, with the demeanor of leaders in public spaces and with the current political space in the country, one faction seeming to try and bring down the other faction, as has been with politics ever since. But Kenyans online were circulating that particular video of the blows going round in the air of the two MPs clashing. But yeah, that's particularly it. There's not really much information, but that particular video was trending all evening yesterday. Okay,
and as you say, this is something that we've not seen. This is not the first time we're seeing this. This is something that has been occurring. Yes. And, it's sad to see, people of that particular caliber, inciting, for lack of a better word, yes. But anyway, let's take a look at something else. That is the Jua Kali award. And every time I hear Jua Kali, the first thing that comes to my mind is Watu Nyaje. So let's take a look at the Lifetime Award that he actually won. Something that it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Jua Kali has been in the scene for so long and even contributing to a whole genre of music called Genge, and now he has won the Lifetime Achievement Award at the East Africa Entertainment Awards for the legendary achievement in the music scene for all those years that he has been in the music scene. Something interesting that people were noting as well is that Octopizzo had won 2 awards, and one particular award was the best hip-hop single of the year from his song Wapi Kompe. Kenyans were, from what I saw online, Kenyans were really questioning, where has Octopizzo been, and how can he win an award like that, even without us hearing about him? But he actually released a song late last year, and the song is Wapi Kompe, and then that particular song won him that award. Of course, other winners were Diamond. It is safe to say that the entertainment awards were really dominated by Tanzanians. Diamond, Alikiba, name them, Harmonize. All those were in the awards, and they went home with awards, particularly in the entertainment scene, for their songs, even for events, actually. And Kenyans, of course, definitely congratulated Jua Kali, even circling back to some of his videos and some of the songs he had released earlier on. And yeah, that was particularly it about the entertainment awards that went down in the last 24 hours.
What's your favorite Jua Kali song, if I may ask?
Watu Nyaje. I'm really avoiding, because the moment I'm going to mention it, I'm going to sing it.
It's okay, I'm not judging, and I'm sure Kenyans are not judging either. Yeah. Just curious, because when I look at Jua Kali, I think of the collabos he had with Sanaipe, Nakuaga mi kwa heri. I know I can't sing to save my life, but still, such. So I'm sure there's that one song that comes to your mind. I'm interested. Maybe. Actually,
Kwa heri was one hit single that I really loved. Yeah. And I mean, the visuals on that song were, crazy. For that particular period that it was released, those were tip-top visuals for that particular song, and I really loved it.
Okay, and the other thing that you've mentioned is the fact that, we saw Tanzanian entertainers, dominate these particular awards. Yeah. What does that say about us Kenyans? And, we've been having this conversation of Kenyans don't support their fellow Kenyans, especially when it comes to the entertainment space. Maybe it's high time we change it, but how do we go about it? Perhaps did Kenyans online say anything about that?
No, well, Kenyans online did comment about this one actually, but we are coming off of the Pulse Entertainment Awards, which were actually a product of the Standard. And we saw a lot of Kenyan acts taking home a lot of awards. In fact, they dominated almost all the awards in terms of music, in terms of albums, in terms of collaborations, production. So, I mean, it is a step in the right way. That is one way we can start. And of course, we've seen other awards like the Kalasha Awards, which are particularly film awards. And there's a lot of awards that will be coming up towards the mid of the year and towards the end of the year this year. And we'll see a lot of Kenyans definitely taking up art space. The new genre, urban tone. There's a lot of things to expect in the entertainment scene, Ashley.
Yeah.
And of course, awards don't come without work. So Kenyans always, of course, have to put in the work.
Yeah, I guess we do. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at acts like BN, you know,
Yes.
and the likes, Nyashinsky, we're there. But I feel like we can do better. We support Nigerians. We support Tanzanians.
You're setting yourself up for a Twitter war, and I'm not going to be part of it.
Okay. Let's move on then. Let's talk about sports issues,
Yeah.
and particularly race fixing. 3 athletes, 2 Kenyans and 1
Yes.
Ethiopian are under investigation for allegedly fixing the Beijing half marathon to favor Chinese runner He Jie. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Well, we can only wait and see.
What are guys saying about that?
Well, Kenyans were rather disappointed about this one. Leave alone Kenyans, even the Chinese were particularly disappointed about this one, even expressing these sentiments in their local dailies. And the investigation was initiated by the Beijing Sports Bureau. This was in the Beijing Marathon, and the Beijing Sports Competition Management and International Exchange Center. And it has sparked a lot of debate. Could it be that some of these races that we see that people win could have been fixed? That is the conversation that is going on online. Of course, people are roping in some names here and there about marathon greats from our country, from other countries. And it has really, really brought people to start talking about the other side. We've been talking about doping for the longest time. And people are now asking, there was match fixing. Now there's race fixing. People are getting surprised that it is something that actually happens. Something also interesting about this race is that one of the Kenyans said that he let the Chinese win because he's a friend. I don't know how you take that, but Kenyans online are not having it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we are so used to having gold, silver, and bronze, and then dominating races in that manner. And now this seems to be a huge deviation from our culture as Kenyans and as athletes. But it is a case that has been taken with a lot of interest online from both Kenyan side and the Chinese side.
Well, if I should say, it is what it is, right?
Clearly.
Well, thank you so much, Raymond, who is a digital reporter here at Standard Media Group. And of course, that's how we want to take a short break here on News Diary. Coming up next, we'll be crossing over to Spice FM.